And my name is not Betty Sakamoto, but I do have Betty on the line here. And welcome to Betty's Real Estate Corner. Are you there, Betty?
Hey there. I am here. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
First time I had to depend on Danny Couch to get me into the show.
That's right. Luckily, me and Jesse were here to cover it for you if we needed it.
Oh, perfect. Well, I'm just kind of coming down. I don't even know what street I'm on anymore, but I should be there pretty quickly. There seem to be a whole bunch of different new listings and stuff going on, but I'm kind of unable to, pull out the little pieces of information.
Yeah, don't look at paper when you're driving.
No, try not to anyway. Try not. And, again, I love listening to Danny Couch. That's one of my all-time favorite songs. I love Hawaii. And maybe the point is that I love Hawaii. And I always will. I feel so fortunate that...
but how do you feel about Hawaii?
I love Hawaii. It's pretty funny. This is kind of interesting because now I'm going to be... It's telling me to turn left on Wakea Street.
Wakea Street?
I don't know why I would have gone. Yeah. What is going on? Oh, I see. Maybe there's a weird... Oh, good grief. Let me try to reach something that I can talk about that would make some more sense. One of the things I think that's important right now that's happening, there's a variety of properties on the market, and I think there are going to be more. So I think it is worth paying attention to what's happening. We're seeing changes in the county, changes in meetings, and trying to determine what's going to happen to properties. So I think it is, there's arguments about whether the people who have been renting short-term will be allowed to continue operating short-term. It's all quite strange, if you ask me. But we're, I don't know. Whoops, maybe I'm in the wrong lane now, but that's a whole other story. We're trying to just kind of, as realtors, get through that and figure out what's going to happen next. And I don't think any of us really know for sure. We're just plugging away at it. And I don't know that that's helping any, but it is what we're doing. We've all had newer listings, properties that, want to be sold. And we're just going to see where that's going. But for right now, I'm saying, the Kapalua market has been our market for the most part. And yet, we've done so many oceanfront homes. We've done sales for people that purchased from us in the past. At Caldwell Banker, we're fortunate that we've done a little bit of everything. It's not like we're limited to one direction or another. We're just kind of moving along through everything, and that's really made the biggest difference of all time. That we're changing. The market keeps changing. Like a couple of the things that are going on right now. And it's harder because I'm driving and reading. That's not that I've never done that before, but it is how it's happening. Hold on a minute. I'm just trying to, we're always talking about the most expensive properties. And today I'm looking at some really great properties. Kahana Manor, really nice building in Kahana. There's a listing, 1 bedroom, 1 bath, $480,000. Was originally listed at $520,000, and I think there were a lot of comps in that price range, the $520,000. But I think it has kind of settled down a little bit from there. So I'm not sure exactly where we're going with that. Just the market shifts and adjusts and changes as we go along. So I don't know what else is, it's hard to say what's going to happen next. So, again, we just plug along at it and keep trying to figure out where we're going. Hopefully it will, I think we will have a very busy market for a while. And it'll probably, in a way, get busier because I think we'll have some people popping back in. So I think that'll also make a big difference. Right now, I think there's so many places that have come on, a number that have come on the market. And I think.
Do you see a lot of people selling off their vacation rentals now that the law has passed?
No, and I don't think the law has really passed.
No, not yet.
It's passed, but I don't think that they've got a way to make that all happen. I think that my belief is, in the end, it won't happen because I think there's too many people that would be affected. I'm still shocked that we've had 2 years and we haven't had the ability to, hold on, I had to make a turn. It's a weird turn. I just had to turn in a place that I shouldn't have been turning.
I hear the sirens coming. Are they after you?
For me. Yeah, I think they are. They think I'm on fire, I think. I'm almost parking, and I think I'm just going to go find a parking space wherever that is so I don't have to make it into a big thing.
Just pull up to the valets out there.
Yeah, pull up to the valet. Okay, but I'm not pulling up to the valets, but now I'm going to switch to my phone. Let's see how I do with this. And I'll probably disconnect somebody, but let me see if I got this right. Turned my car off. Can you hear me now?
I still hear you.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen as I get out of the car because I think, well, maybe I'm good. If you can hear me now, I think I'm okay.
The only thing we might lose you in the elevator, but we'll see.
Okay, hang on. This would be a good test of information and how it all works.
If we lose you, Jesse said he'd jump in.
Okay. Jesse knows what's going on everywhere.
He's the man.
Are you still there?
I'm here.
I think we made it. Okay, now I've got to walk from the car to the elevator. And again, same thing. The listening public can hear how it is if I start racing.
Yes.
I am getting older every day.
This is how they know that the show is live on the air right now. It's not a canned show.
Right. Is that almost funny? I got my office, I'm sure, is listening. Roy, who couldn't be here today, is tied up with some clients that he's been working with for a while, and he's got quite a day ahead of him. So he probably is not listening to this because if he is laughing. He is laughing that I'm the one doing it. And it was my fault.
If he asks you, just say, well, it went great. It was the best show ever.
Yes. Let's hope it turns out to be. At least people will be laughing.
Yes.
If anybody is listening to this, maybe they should be calling in and make a comment about it. I don't remember the call-in number.
It is 808-830-2428.
Okay, 830-2428. 2428. I just missed the elevator, it looks like.
Oh, no.
Let me try again. No, maybe. It's opening.
Yay.
Coming up. Almost there. What time is it?
It is 11:15.
Okay, so come on, elevator. Okay, let's see now how.
We'll see what happens.
My turn again. Let's go for it.
Okay, you're it.
It's 11:16, and here we are, Betty's Real Estate Corner. It's pretty funny. Everybody's here about me, and again, Roy was not supposed to be here. I was supposed to be here on time, so we'll get through the day and see how it all works. But I think we're doing really good at it.
Yes. I think you're doing a great job.
I think we're doing a great job. Thanks, and we have Gary to keep talking.
I know I was sitting here waiting. Said, is Betty coming or not? Then I'm like, well, Jesse's usually here about 10 minutes early, and he showed up about 3 minutes before the show, 4 minutes.
Good job. So we've got 3 people here, and I'm not sure exactly where we're going to go with this. It's let me just see what I've got here that I could be talking about that would help us get through with information that I had put together.
Looks like you have a plethora of information there.
Oh, always. always a plethora of information.
Is that a real estate word, plethora?
It is a real estate word. Plethora is a word for everything. Okay, let me just find all of my stuff here. I could go back and read procrastination again. We've kind of heard that like 50 times. But again, it's always fun to do it, so. Or let's just get back to a little bit of real estate stories.
Sure.
You know, today we were at a kind of an open house in Kaanapali, and it was really great. We put together, or the office did, at a home, a private home that was not for sale, but everybody showed up except for the people that weren't West Maui. And then they made it. They didn't quite make it, but they were all ended up on the phone. They thought the road was tied up. And it was a little slow when I had to hop on the road, so that kept me a little bit late. But again, here we are. So the office had a meeting there in Kaanapali, and it was great because you start talking about everything in Kaanapali. You know, what's on the market, you know, some of the larger, older buildings, Kaanapali Ali'i, the Whaler, you know, there's still some great listings there. Again, I don't know exactly the ones that are going to continue definitely with short-term rentals. My feeling is that we're going to see more of them continue, because if we don't, it won't make any sense. It's going to take so long to shut down the ones that have been long-term rentals that hopefully the whole problem will have been solved by then. We already had 2 years to put together something for the people who needed housing, and I don't think that that really happened. But again, between the county, the state, every realtor in town, everybody who's looking for a home, will find ways that we can see to it that the people that don't have a place to live have a place to live. I think a lot of the people were living in less than perfect places, you know, that didn't necessarily work with families and children and whatnot, and I think that's been really hard for people. And I think that we need to come up with, as a state and as a county, more housing for people that are here, legitimate people working, having jobs, you know, helping the community. You know, their kids are in school. I mean, all of these things make such a major difference for everyone, but they need housing. And the housing has to be priced right for them, and for them to be able to continue working and taking care of their children, et cetera. And I think we all have a part in that. So when you hear about it or you think about it, again, think about it, because those are the people that are working at a lot of difficult jobs, working 2 jobs each. But again, they need nice places to raise their families. So again, it's a huge thing happening right now. You know, like our market and what's actually going on for sale, you know, isn't necessarily what's going to help, you know, the people that have lost homes, that were maybe part of a family that all live together in a larger home or even a smaller home. But it's a family, and they can have, you know, kind of almost, it seems like a limitless number of people together if it's a family. And again, it's just difficult for people. So we need to really think about it. You know, I had brought with us today, you know, a lot of the properties that are listed for sale, and it's all kind of interesting. But again, if you get down to, there's a really interesting home, 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, single family, located at 3808 Lower Honuapialani Road, listed at $1,490,000. And again, that's a lot of money, you know, for the people who have just lost homes. So, and that's Mihinahina Estates, really a great area to be raising a family. It's going to be hard, though, for people. You know, again, Kaanapali Hillside, again, a perfect place to raise a family. 81 South Peaky Place, listed at $2,889,000. Probably, I mean, that would more than likely be a second home buyer. Again, hard to say, but I think we need to be, with the county and everyone, coming up with a way that we get housing for the people who just lost their homes. And that's got to come come to all of us in different ways. I don't have anything that I can tell you today that would make that easier on anybody, but I think there is nobody that doesn't care about this. I think everybody really cares about what's happening and finding housing for people, but it's going to continue to be a problem, and it's going to be a problem. I'm sure, I hate to say so, but as we all get older, I think we're going to be facing this for the rest of our lives. And younger people are going to be fighting, the battle for us as we come to the end of, the end of our eras. But again, I think, pay attention, and I think we all have to talk to our representatives, on the state level, Senate. We need to talk to everybody and find people that are able to help us really find housing. Personally, I don't think the battle is going to be won by trying to take away homes from people that have been renting them short term. And by homes, I mean condominiums that are in buildings that were really set up and geared to have vacation rentals. And again, we can fight that battle, but I think it's going to be hard. It's going to hurt a lot of people. And I'm not sure it's going to solve the problem. And again, we've spent 2 years and we still have the same number of people pretty much looking for homes. And again, let's all start talking about it. Let's think about it. Let's fight the battle in whatever ways that we can. So again, if we go back here to what's happening in the world, I think we've got to do that. We can't just ignore it and say there's housing, or they can take over all of these places, because it still hasn't happened. And it's 2 years, and nobody's been able to do anything except try to find housing or move to the other side of the island, or the little tiny homes, which all helps. There were some really nice tiny homes that were built out at Kapalua, which were geared toward Kapalua employees who lost their jobs. And that got difficult because that also took a while to have it finished. And then a lot of people weren't able to step into those because too much time passed. And they're, I think, pretty much filled up now. But again, same thing. We need to figure out ways that we can get people into homes. And I think it has to be the state helping, the county helping. There's a lot of money that has come into the state. So let's all push our representatives to help in making this happen. I think for today, I'm not going to try to go through a lot of listings, maybe because it's just gotten late and I feel kind of bad about it. I still look back at that, the thing that says to buy or not to buy, which says I hesitate to make a list of all the countless deals I missed. Bonanzas that were in my grip, I watched through my fingers slip. The windfills that I should have bought were lost because I overthought. I thought of this, I thought of that. I could have sworn I smelled a rat. And while I thought things over twice, another grabbed them at that price. It seems I always hesitate, then make my mind up way too late. A very cautious man am I, and that is why I never buy. How Nassau and how Suffolk grew, New Jersey, Staten Island too, while others culled those sprawling farms and welcomed deals with open arms. A corner here, 10 acres there, compounding values year by year. I chose to think, and as I thought, they bought the deals I should have bought. The golden chances I had then are lost and will not come again. Today I cannot be enticed, for everything so overpriced. The deals of yesteryear are dead, the market's soft, and so's my head. Last night I had a fearful dream. I know I wakened with a scream. Some Indians approached my bed for trinkets on the barrel head and dollar bills worth 24, and nothing less and nothing more. They'd sell Manhattan Isle to me. The redman scowled, not on a bet, when I said the most I'd go was 23, and sold to Peter Menuet. At times a teardrop drowns my eye for deals I had but did not buy. And now life's saddest words I pen, if only I'd invested then. That actually was in Farm and Land Realtor Magazine, October 1917. But it really was, every time I look at that and read it again, I think about that. You know, what would you have done if the Indians approached you and tried to sell Manhattan Isle? With the most you'd go, 23. But we have that battle a lot, and we get so close on transactions. And if the person has the cash and they have the mortgage, I think we are at a point that it's time to get the deals together as we go along right now, because I think it is going to be difficult. But if your plan is to stay here and you need a home, I think it's going to be worth it to get into whatever it is that can work for you for the next 2 to 5 years, and you'll be happy that you did.
Can people contact you if they're looking for a home?
Absolutely. You could reach myself, 808-870-7062. You can reach Roy Sakamoto at 808-870-7060. You could reach Elizabeth Quayle at 808-276-6061. And that would be 3 fairly good choices, you know, to reach an agent and chat for a bit. And then maybe, you know, if I were talking to you today, you know, it might be I would refer you to one of our other agents, because Coldwell Banker has people everywhere, you know, so they would step in and see to it that they, I will jokingly say, because I always say this, but true, become your new best friend. It might not be something you're going to figure out this week or this month, but if you make an attachment like that, whether it's Coldwell Banker or any other real estate company, once you're in it and you've attached to somebody, you know, stick with them, because they're going to do their best with you. And whether that's someone you already know or somebody you've seen advertising or somebody licensed that you met in the grocery store, but again, you attached to, talk to them and see what they have that will help you end up as a homeowner at this, what I think will be a very, very difficult time. But again, I think it's way, way worth it. And everybody should think about it. It can...
Can they see listings on your website too?
Yes. You could go SakamotoProperties.com. We've got somebody really helping me here today. Usually I can do okay. I make a joke about myself that I can talk for a half hour, and it's easy. Today, I think because I was running at the last minute, it's been hard. But we're coming back up to Danny Couch. Try SakamotoProperties.com. SakamotoProperties.com. Aloha, and thank you all so much.